For years, my world revolved around the familiar hum of servers and the elegant logic of CL. As a .NET backend developer, I was comfortable. My days were spent crafting APIs, optimizing databases, and ensuring the smooth operation of our systems. There was a certain satisfaction in building the unseen backbone of applications, a quiet pride in being a master of my domain. I had carved out a niche for myself, a predictable and rewarding career path. Life was good, or so I thought. The tech world, however, is rarely static. New languages, frameworks, and paradigms emerge with relentless speed, challenging the status quo and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. For a while, I could ignore the whispers of artificial intelligence and machine learning that began to permeate the industry. They seemed like distant rumblings, fascinating but irrelevant to my day-to-day work. It all changed with a single project. Our team was tasked with integrating a basic recommendation engine into our e-commerce platform. I volunteered, eager to expand my skill set beyond the familiar back-end tasks. As I delved into the world of collaborative filtering and matrix factorization, a spark ignited within me. The potential of AI, once a distant rumble, was now a tangible force, and I was hooked. The more I learned about AI, the more I realized I had stumbled upon something truly transformative. This wasn't just about building better recommendation engines. It was about creating systems that could learn, adapt, and solve complex problems in ways I had never imagined. The possibilities seemed endless, from revolutionizing healthcare to automating tedious tasks, and I knew I wanted to be a part of it. The decision to pivot from back-end development to AI engineering wasn't made lightly. It meant stepping outside my comfort zone, embracing new tools and languages, and embarking on a steep learning curve. But the excitement of exploring this new frontier outweighed the fear of the unknown. I set myself an ambitious goal: to make the transition in just 90 days. The first 2 weeks were all about laying the foundation. I dove headfirst into the world of Python, a language I had only dabbled in before. I worked through online tutorials, devoured coding challenges, and familiarized myself with essential libraries like NumPy and Pandas. It was a humbling experience, like going back to being a novice programmer after years of experience. But with each line of code, I could feel my confidence growing. With a solid grasp of Python, I moved on to the heart of AI machine learning. I started with the fundamental concepts of supervised and unsupervised learning, exploring algorithms like linear regression, logistic regression, and k-means clustering. I learned how to train models on datasets, evaluate their performance, and fine-tune them for optimal results. To solidify my understanding, I worked on small projects, building simple classifiers and clustering algorithms from scratch. I experimented with different datasets, tweaked parameters, and analyzed the results, gradually developing an intuition for how different models behaved. I also made it a point to learn from the experiences of others, reading blog posts, watching conference talks, and engaging with the vibrant online AI community. Section 5, Week 5 to 6, Harnessing the Power of Azure ML and OpenAI. By week 5, I was ready to explore the world of cloud-based AI platforms. I chose Azure ML for its robust set of tools and integrations with other Azure services. I learned how to create and manage machine learning experiments, train models at scale, and deploy them as APIs. I also started experimenting with OpenAI's powerful language models, fascinated by their ability to generate human-quality text. I used Azure ML to build a more complex project, a sentiment analysis tool that could classify movie reviews as positive or negative. I trained the model on a large data set of reviews, deployed it as an API, and even built a simple web interface using Flask. It was incredibly rewarding to see my AI skills come together in a tangible application. Section 6, Week 7 to 8. Bringing LLMs to life. The world of large language models, or LLMs, was calling. I was particularly drawn to their ability to understand and generate human-like text. This opened up possibilities for building applications that could interact with users in a more natural and intuitive way. I decided to focus on building mini projects that would allow me to explore different facets of LLMs. One of my first projects was a chatbot that could answer questions about a specific domain, like movies or restaurants. I used OpenAI's GPT-3 to power the chatbot's conversational abilities. Another project involved using LLMs for text summarization, which could be incredibly useful for quickly understanding large documents or articles. Section 7, Week 9 to 10. From models to production. Building AI models is one thing. Deploying them into real-world applications is another challenge altogether. I delved into the world of model deployment, learning about containerization with Docker, setting up CI/CD pipelines, and monitoring model performance in production. Azure ML proved to be an invaluable tool during this phase. It provided a streamlined way to deploy my models as scalable APIs that could be easily integrated into other applications. I also learned about techniques for A/B testing different model versions and monitoring their performance over time. Section 8, Week 11 to 12. Building the future, one microservice at a time. My final challenge was to bring everything together by building an AI-powered microservice. I envisioned a service that could take a block of text and automatically generate relevant hashtags. This could be incredibly useful for social media marketing or content creation. I leveraged my knowledge of Python, Azure ML, and OpenAI to build the microservice. I used Flask to create a simple API endpoint that would accept text input. The input would then be fed to a pre-trained LLM, fine-tuned for hashtag generation. The generated hashtags would then be returned as a response from the API. Section 9. Conclusion. Your AI journey begins now. Looking back, the past 90 days have been an incredible journey of learning, growth, and self-discovery. The world of AI is vast and constantly evolving, but I'm more excited than ever to be a part of it. The transition from backend development to AI engineering wasn't always easy, but it was undoubtedly the most rewarding career move I've made. If you're a developer considering a similar pivot, my advice is simple: start learning today. There are countless resources available online and in libraries. Don't be afraid to experiment, make mistakes, and learn from your failures. The AI community is incredibly welcoming and supportive. What are your thoughts on pivoting to AI? Share your own experiences and aspirations in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights and advice on navigating the exciting world of AI.